Hello, hello, good evening, and welcome to Candy's Crafts Corner. How are you all doing? I hope you're doing fine. I'm sorry for my late start. I, you know, was finishing charging, getting things ready. Anyway, you know the drill. Uh, the time got away from me. I'm just setting things up. I can now see your comments. And we're ready to start, I think. So I hope you had a nice weekend. I hope you're bearing with the heat. At least we're really hot here in New York City. It's unbearable. I can't stand it. But anyway, I'm doing my best. So today we are gonna work with the charming paper pumpkin full of charm. And hello, Deborah. How are you? Good evening. And I, as always, came up with some alternatives. This time, the box made three designs, 9 cars total. So we have materials for 3 cars of the same design. So I couldn't make my fourth car sample because if I had made it, then I wouldn't have the materials enough to show you because I only have one paper pumpkin box. So anyway, I think I'll be able to improvise for the last one and hope for the best. I have the idea in my head. Hi, Teresa. How are you? So let's start. I love this paper pumpkin. It has beautiful flowers. We're gonna do a couple of funfolds and a couple of regular cards like this one. Uh, and then we have that one. That's a easel card. I love these and I wanted to feature these. So I thought this was a nice way to feature it. And then we have this one that opens like this, and it uses this paper, this card base. Anyway, we'll get to that with time. So we'll start with this one, I think. Okay. And then we have the surprise one that I'm gonna put together at the end. So dun dun dun. Let's see what happens. Anyway, so I thought that this paper pumpkin was really cute. And as always, the card bases are too nice to have as the front and back of the card. So for these ones, for this one, I cut this card base in two, so I have two of these. So for this, I have more, but the flowers, you know, if you, I only had three. So this is one, this is another one. Then I had another one for another design. I think should be someplace here. But anyway, but let's start with this. So I liked it so much, I wanted to emphasize it a little bit more. And what I did was cut these so that they can have two dimensions. One I stuck to the card, glued to the card, and the other one is on dimensionals. But because I wanted it in a little smaller, because I want to have the gold around it, and I hope I have the gold pre-cut. Yes, I do. I'm using distress gold because I still have some of it. If you don't have that, you can use any of our gold metallic paper, the brush metallic, or whichever you prefer. Okay. So the first thing, this was a half a card base, but I want it a little smaller. So I'm going to trim this to 4 by 5 1/4. So we start with that. I think it's 4 by 5 1/4. Maybe it's even a little smaller. I'm gonna double check that. Maybe I should double check it before I start. This is the first card I made, so I forget. Doesn't it happen to you? Like it goes out of your mind. Yeah, it's 3 7/8. So let's do that. 3 7/8 by, let's just, since we're measuring, we'll measure everything. 5 and 1/8. Okay, so let's do that. 3 and 7/8. It's that much. So how's the weather like where you are? Is it as hot as here? All right. You can save this if you want to put under a label or something, like kind of like that. It's always nice. So I save my little scraps. I had a rough time today with the heat, and knowing that it's gonna get worse this week, it doesn't give me a lot of hope. This is 5 and 3/8 by 4 and 1/8. All right, so I'm just gonna glue this here regularly. Mm. I like this gold distress background. I thought it goes very well with the distress gold. But as I said, if you don't have distress gold, any metallic gold will do. And if you don't have that, you can do wild wheat or some yellowish kind of cardstock, or which other colors that you want. Anyway, and then for these, what I did is I fussy cut around this to create two pieces, because now this is going to be too big, because this was to be 5.5. So I wanted to fit here in my 5 and 1/8. Yes, triple digits over here too. My God. Oh, good. Teresa won the swap for the team. Yay. And Teresa, I don't know if you got my package already or not. What package? It's an envelope, but anyway. So I'm fussy cutting to make it look kind of like this, like it was part of that. So I'm just not leaving a little bit of white around it and not going very muggy where you are. Hi, Susan. I'm glad you can see the video now. Teresa, did you participate on Creativity Now yesterday? I know Deborah did. I've seen her projects. I messed up the measurements of the box, and it came up a little too big, but actually it was perfect because I could fit gift card inside, and today was my friend's birthday party, so I just used it already. So that worked. All's when that ends well, right? So this is the idea. See, now we can put this one here, and I'm gonna actually cut this better, like fussy cut it as well. I forgot I had done that. So it looks like it's part of the die cut piece. There you go. And then we're gonna do this a little nicer. Oh, okay. I didn't register last year. But this year I really like the suite. So I did it. I posted one picture, but I have to post more. Just ran out of time to post yesterday. It was nice, but well, it was nice. I'm not gonna be saying anything but all I say is, like, some projects I like more than others. Some projects are too simple for my style, and that's what I find, that I'm like to Anyway, they're not my style, but a couple of them I really liked. So we did 4, and then we had some other presentations, and one of the presentations gave me an idea for a Christmas card that I'm gonna create in bulk, bulk, bulk. That's what I'm gonna create. Anyway, this is the piece that goes glued. Don't do like I originally did with mine. I had to create a mask for this because I forgot to stamp underneath, and I really like to stamp it because it looks like there's like more flowers in the background, because everything that's in the background um usually it's in a cooler color, so this green kind of goes back and gives more dimensional to this. Anyway, yeah, I did like 2 of the cars. The other 2 I was not so keen, but it's okay. It's all yes, okay, I understand that, Deborah. And I know that they have to do something for all levels of craftiness, so it cannot always be for avid crafters. I totally understand that. So I'm gonna put this around here, maybe like that. And then I'm gonna put one back here. And then I'm gonna put a last one around there. Whatever, you can choose wherever you wanna put them. The dove die is very beautiful. Very beautiful. You know what? I have it here. I'll show you the card that I made that is not part of one of the projects that we were supposed to do, but one of the demonstrators was showing it, and I said like, oh, I like that. See, this actually got covered, so I'm gonna put a little bit more here because I want something picking up here. So I'm gonna go back and stamp a little bit more. Thank you. I'm glad you like it. I think this is my favorite piece of the die cut. I mean, I love it. I wish I had more. I always think it's like, maybe I'll buy a second paper pumpkin. But then I said, like, I have so many things already that I have to, this forces me to be more creative. Use what you have, right? So that's why I don't have a sample for the 4th card. So I'm just gonna put a little bit of glue because this one gets glued straight on. And then the bottom part gets layered and raised. Let's see how this looks. Oh, it looks very pretty. That's exactly what I wanted. That you see the green picking up in the holes. That's perfect. Perfect. Much better than this one. But this one, I told you, I forgot to stamp first, so I had to create a mask of this part so I could stamp on top of it. And anyway, again, it forces you to be creative, to find solutions. The colors are gorgeous, gorgeous. So I'm gonna put some dimensionals here and there, so everything gets raised. I don't know what I did with my box that it didn't come out. I mean, it came out nice. It just came out bigger than theirs. I think I was trying to finish the other project that the other demonstrator had done, and I was kind of not following exactly. Anyway, but it ended up well. So now we're gonna just put this here in the corner and overlapping the other one. And doesn't it look nice? I love it. Love it. Okay, and then I had this happy birthday embossed here. Happy birthday is not one of the messages that come in this set. Well, let's celebrate you. Thank you. There's a happy birthday, but not one for the circle. That's what I meant. And to a wonderful friend, I miss you. But I wanted, another happy birthday. So I use happy birthday for that, and I already hit embossed, and it's a little bit messy, my embossing today. Let me tell you how I did the side. The side. This is one of the labels that came in the set. Let me see if I have an extra one to show you. They have like a little edge with some lines. Here it is. See? It's a little it looks like it's in basic beige on the side. What I did is I grabbed my Versamark ink and I rolled the piece like that. And then I put embossing powder all around. And then I stamped my sentiment with Versamark as well. And I put everything, I put all the embossing powder all together, for the circle or the sides of the circle and the sentiment all together. So that's already done. So I'm going to put mine here, even though I love this action here. But, I mean, I was thinking, what else can I put it? I don't want to cover it because it's very pretty, right? But something's got to give. So let's get a little bit of metallic gold thread. It could be any one that you have. This is gold twisted thread. If you have the elegant thread, that's fine, whichever you want. And I'm going to make a big bow here, large. So I have 2 loops coming out like that. And I can have the 2 ends coming out too. Something like that. Oops. This trim, it's very slippery. I like the other ones that we had better. I have it someplace. I have to find it because I'm almost at the end of the gold thread here. And then I'm putting this with a glue dot. Oh, where's my glue? Where's my little thingy? Right there. Glue dot. Voila. Put in the middle. Put it like that. If you like it, yes, I think this is a little bit, I'm going to trim this a little bit. And then we're going to put 2 dimensionals here to adhere it over or die cut. Whoops. 2 of them came at the same time. Oh, that's a good idea, Susan, to take the paper pumpkin, and at least you don't have to open many boxes, right? Because it will be all together, all the materials that you need. So let's trim it right now. All right. And this one says, let's celebrate you. That's one of the messages. Okay, candy straight, better. Always looks a little bit better if it's straight, right? But if not, it doesn't matter because it's a handmade card, so we don't care. And now we put some of the sequins that came in the set. Ready? Just one here. And one here. And a little one a little farther up. Put that here in the middle. Yeah, that's good enough. Of course, now we have to adhere this to a card base. And I just use, oh, look what I had here. I had already pre-made a little bow because I thought, oh, maybe I can put a little bow instead of putting it underneath. And I forgot that I had that. See, that's what happens when you prepare things earlier in the week. And then the day comes and you forget. But anyway, I like it. I like it with the thread behind it. I think it looks nice too. All right, so this is a regular, the thick white cardstock. You can use the, actually not that thick if you want the regular basic white cardstock, because we're putting this that it's layer, it's already a card base, so it's already heavy, so it doesn't need much more weight. All right, And that's it. That's the first card. I think I put something in the, yes, I did that. I thought so. So let's do it too. You don't need, yes, you do. You do need. Uh, this is my mat, foam mat, to have a little bit of cushion when stamping with uh, photopolymer stamp. Those are the see-through ones, silicone. And I just went like this and gave it an edge. All right. And that's it. That's our first card. Okay. Thank you, Deborah. I love it too. This is, I think, my favorite. But you be the judge once I shall show you the other ones. All right. So moving on. We're gonna do card number 2 is gonna be our easel card. I love this piece. Let me show it to you. No, no, wrong preparation package. This and this. This is a card base. This is a card base. Guess what Candy's gonna do with the bag? He's gonna cut it so I can use it for something else because this is really cute. This would make great uh, first layer for a Christmas card, for instance, or anything. Anyway, so in theory, this goes like this, and this time I didn't do the straight from the car box design because I didn't want. I wanted to have enough materials to play with. So this is how this card goes, and then it has the message here. Very pretty. Yes, but I wanted to emphasize this. I love this piece. Isn't it nice? I like it even without layering. And you'll see that in my last surprise card. But anyway, I thought we need to make it stand out. And I thought that having this as an easel card, that then you can see this piece standing up, is actually very beautiful. Okay, this is a little crooked because it got cut. But now you can see it, right? All right, so let's make it. It's not hard. It's not. So the first thing we do, and let's see if I remember, because I also made this one on Tuesday and I'm forgetting. I should write it down. My God. Anyway. So first thing we're gonna do is cut this in half, okay? And I'm gonna measure my stuff because I don't want to mess it up. Save this. Actually, you'll need it for this one. That's why I saved the other one from the other one. Oh, I already had it pre-cut. So, because what you do is you're gonna cut this piece from this the back of the cardstock, because this is what's gonna go in here. You see? So now this needs to be the same size. So let's see how we make this. I'm gonna save this because I already have my piece pre-cut, but I'm gonna give you the measurements. This piece is cut from that back. It's 2 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5/8. 2 and 5/8 by 4. Okay. So these we have to put a mark at 2 and 5/8 too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. And we're gonna put a mark up to here because that's gonna be your base. So we have to basically avoid we're gonna fussy cut the top part of the bouquet of flowers. So we're gonna just go like this. It's hard to see with this thing. I think what I did when I did my original card, I did it with the snips. I measure it. I did it with the snips. But in this one, I'm gonna risk it. I'm gonna go all the way here. And then, whoa, a little bit more. Yes. So now we have our bottom part, and now we're gonna cut this around. Fussy cutting again. Sorry if you don't like to fussy cut, because there's two fussy cutting moments in tonight's cards. Like we did the one before, it's not that much fussy cutting, right? Okay, so we're just gonna go leaving a little bit of white around it. And remember, it doesn't have to be perfect either, because we're gonna have the layer of this one of these. I don't know how to call it. All right. I'm leaving a little bit of white. You don't want to leave a lot, because ideally you don't want to see the white sticking out the top layer. But it's okay. It doesn't have to be perfect, as I said. Right. I'm sorry if I'm taking a little bit too long to do that, but we don't want to mess it up because there's no more pieces. So that's the pity that only 3 pieces come. I've already used one of them, and this is the second one. So I will have a third one technically, but we don't want to waste it, right? Oh, hi, Ginger. I'm happy to hear you say that. I did like it. I thought it would be special, but I love especially the pink flowers. I don't know if they're what kind of flowers those are. These look like roses, and these some violets or something. But the other one, the first one, the pink flowers. I don't know. Somebody who's into flowers, Teresa. Do you know what kind of flowers those are in the first card? I'll show it again. I don't know. All right, we're almost done. We're almost at the end. There. Oh, and I have to clear this. There's a double cut there. Me with the snips. There we go. So this is the part that goes in the bottom of my easel. But it also goes on the top of my easel, because this will go like this when it's open. Oh, we have to cut the sides, by the way. Yes, they have to be, what did we say that it had to be? And I want it in the center, so I'm just gonna, I could mark it. I think if I take, that's like 1/8 of an inch in each side. It had to be 4. So this would be probably 4 1/4. So I can take 1/8 from each side, and that would be it. Yeah, 4. That was the easy measurement. I don't know why I didn't. Like sometimes I blank the most stupid things. So 1/8 should be this much. Just be careful not to cut your flowers. And all right. That looks like it's a little crooked. It's fine. And then the other side, because I still want to use this edge, We're going to put it at 4, which is what has to be the last one. I'm going to make sure I'm clearing that. Actually, I'll do it from this side. And stop right there. All right. So anyway, going back to what I was explaining. This will be the top, and these two pieces go together as if it was a full card, but then you open it and this half goes back and this will go like the 10th, like, okay? So let's work on the card base. Very easy. You can just fold it in half here and do the crease, or you can measure 2 3/4. I think it's 2 3/4, right? I think it is 2 3/4, and just do the scoring. All right, so that's half. Let's see if it works perfectly. Bond folder to crease it. You want a good crease. And this will go like this. All right, so we're gonna attach the first part. You can decide if you want this part. This looks to me, because there's more white, this looks to me more like the top, and this looks like it could be the continuation of that. You're gonna put it as close to possible as your crease here. Okay, so cherry blossoms, I don't know, there's a lot of them together, so it's like a pink Queen Anne's lace or something. I don't know, maybe they're made up flowers. Maybe. All right, let's see. We want to leave like the edge around it that is more or less all the same. Important thing is that when we put the bottom, it has to line up, right? You cannot put it like that, you know, because it would look crooked. So we want it, again, as close to the crease as possible. And this could have been a little bit closer to the crease, but I think this works, okay? So, and we're gonna put a glue only on the rectangle on the bottom, not on the flowers, because the flowers have to flow. All right. Let's see. Just line up with the one above, clearing the crease because it needs to crease, and this needs to be. All right. Thank God for liquid glue, because I can put it in place. I'm gonna flatten the edge of my blade here. That's the one I cut upside down, and it's sticking out, and I don't like it. Anyway, so this, I wish it had a little bit closer, but it's fine. Now it's gonna be like that. I wanted a little bit more because even the frame, but that's fine. All right, you get the idea, right? So this goes like this, and now we have to put this piece. This big leaf here with all this greenery around is this one back here, and these 3 ones with all the greenery around are the ones on the top. So just to give you an idea on how it has to be glued. And then I don't remember if I put it with glue dots. I don't think so. I think I did with my lovely green glue, my favorite. That's one of the questions that I asked us yesterday. And I'm always amazed how many people hate Tombow glue. And I'm like, honestly, you see me, I use it all the time because it gives me the chance to rectify things. Just putting a little, I should not do it on top of my card, actually. I should do it on top of my silicone mat. There you go. Proper tools. for the proper job. So in the bigger flowers, I mean, these you can put all around because even if it's floating on top of this. So it will get adhered to the second layer of flowers. So you can do like a little crazy thing like that. The important thing is that they get adhered someplace, and it doesn't have to be adhered everywhere. Actually, it's desirable that it's not. I think let's see how it works. Oh yeah. Guess I should have cleaned my silicone mat before. It's a little sticky. Now we said that this was gonna go like this, more or less. Yes. Yes. Yeah. And then if you see that there's a place where you want more adhesive, actually I shouldn't have put adhesive here because that one is actually floating. Silly me. But I didn't put that much, thankfully. And I can always wipe it off with my glue eraser if I can find it. But anyway, that's for a later thing. So yeah, so you can put all around it, but not in these flowers on the top, leaves on the top. Those are the only ones who don't get adhesive. Like the rest can have adhesive. This certainly can have adhesive. Okay, so we have the action now. See, looks nice, right? So let's work on the inside. For the inside, we just get a piece of white cardstock, 4 by 5 1/4, and I used this stamp that comes in the set that just a single leaf, and I just went around for the corners. So just to decorate it a little bit more. I mean, you don't need to if you don't want to, because you have this piece that is already nice decoration, but for a little bit more. But if you think that it doesn't leave you enough space to write your message, then don't do it. But I do like it. So all right, so I'm gonna do it without my silicone, without my mat, and I'm doing the double thingies here. They seem to be like that kind. What was this called? Like ink. What was it called? When they had the little layer with the different. I cannot think of it. Impressions or something like that. Special impressions, something like that. It was some made up name for this kind of stamp that has the stamp itself has different details in it, and it looks like it's like cloth, like the texture. You know what I mean? Oh, since we're stamping, let's stamp our sentiment, and I use just the plain happy birthday from the set with one of these layers from the tags from the set. That will be our last stamping for this card. Where's my happy birthday? Right here. There we go. All right. Tiny bit crooked, but off center, but that's okay. I'm gonna live with it. And this I'm gonna put here in the back of the bottom of my card with tiny little mini dimensionals, if I have left. I could use, actually, I think the big dimensionals will fit, but why suffer? That's why we have the minis. Hello, Joanne. How are you? Oh, 7 people. That triggers trivia question or a raffle. Probably a raffle because I haven't thought of a trivia question to ask you. All right, so now we're gonna adhere these inside. Oh, now that I said 7, now there's 6 people watching. Okay, well, it still triggers a trivia raffle thingy. We'll do that later. Oops. Oh no. What happened? Okay. Let's see. They got tangled here. All right. Maybe I should put this one away and this one too. And just work on my current one, right? Hi, Linda. Right? I think the easel card works very well because it really features that beautiful layering bouquet of flowers. Anyway, so then as a stopper for my easel card, I use one of the pieces, the die cut pieces that come in it, and I just thought that's nice enough. It doesn't leave you, it's true, by having this doesn't leave you much room for writing, but that's okay. Sometimes you just want to say, hope you have a wonderful day, and that's it. For a happy birthday card, right? But anyway, so I'm trying to put this in places where it's less seen, but you want it well adhered because you know it does the stuff for your easel. Thank you for all the hearts, guys. I love it. I love it that you love it. Okay, and one more here. I just want to make sure that it doesn't move when the recipient gets it. Then we're gonna peel the backs of the 4. All right. And now you just calculate where you want to stop. So you don't want it like this, too flat or too fire up. So I'm thinking something like that. And then I'm going to put it in the center. I think that's nice. And then you just press down. That's your stop. Okay. Oh, I didn't do it on top of the center of my camera. But anyway, there you go. That's, more sequence for this as well. And I put, let's see where I put them. Because why reinvent the wheel, right? I put a big one here in my sentiment. Then I put another big one. I'm going to put this one here. And then a tiny little one either back here. Someplace that is seen, because if you put it here, it kind of gets these guys with the, maybe here or here. There, I like it there on that leaf. All right. So that's card number 2. All right, let's moving right ahead to card number 3. And that's this card. So this card has, this is one where I use the whole, card base from the set. In theory, as you see, you have this rhombus here that it's centered in the middle of your card if you hold it like that. But in this case, I want it to be the back. And why? Because I want to cut these parts to make it this design. Let me open it so you can see it better. You see it? 1, 2, 3. And I did it the short part with my snips. And then I used, let me crease it properly. All right. And then I use my trimmer to cut from this point here, where all the squares finish, right there, to where I made the cut. So here and here. So you have the zigzag action. It's hard to see, so you have to kind of trust your, you can guide, where the line for your cutter is, and just put the gold right underneath, and don't go all the way because you don't want to cut here. And that's what I did in before. So you just start. I moved it. Let me arrange it again. So from this one to here, okay? So let me hold it. Rather leave it there. There's not totally cut. I can finish it up with my snips, okay? I can clean it up with my snips. And now I'm gonna do, let's do it because I don't wanna go all the way. I think it's a little bit more than I wanted, but it's okay. And then we're gonna do the same. You cannot really put it here because you have that, so you cannot help yourself with that. So you have to use your eye there. And oh no, now again, I was gonna do it like I did yesterday. Oh God. And then we're gonna cut it from there to there. There, this one is perfect. So I'm just gonna go over this one because I don't want to see the white one. I mean, not that we're gonna see it because we're gonna decorate that part. So let's see, just like so. Maybe, you know what? Forget about it. I'm not gonna risk it. Just gonna trim it with the snips a little bit. Keep the gold, take the white. That's the thing. There. Perfect. Let's see, this is the result. And then I, for the inside, got a strip of Timmy Tiger and embossed it with the pressed flowers embossing folder. You can use any leafy folder that you have. And this is a strip that is like the full 5.5 by 2.5. Okay. That's good enough that when you glue it here, you won't see the white here sticking out. I just saw something. Let me clean that up because there. Okay. So we're going to adhere this here. And we're going to put it right to the corner, to the edges. And that's why you need your liquid glue. You cannot do that with tear and tape, people. But you can try. Good luck to you. I am a big advocate for green glue. You know that. All right. So now all we have to do, we have our fancy fold here. Actually, let's finish decorating the inside. For the inside, I used Night of Navy, which is one of the colors of the set. And I decorated this part because we're going to put the rhombus here for our sentiment. Because I figured it's like there's very little space for writing anything here. It looks really skinny. So might as well decorate this with some leaves. And then we put the rhombus. And look how nice. I just put all these ink on my finger. All right, so the rhombus is actually a square that's, I think, 2.5 by 2.5, but we'll confirm that. Okay, it's 2 3/4 by 2 3/4. You can do it whatever size you want, and then just put it here. Well, if you make it 3, actually, that's why I remember I did it 3 by 3, and it was too big because then it couldn't. It was coming out of here, and you don't want to actually see it. So you want to as close to the edge there as possible. And we're not going to see it because we're going to put things here. But anyway, so it's a good thing to do, actually. Let me rethink that. So we put it there where that corner is, right? It goes right to the edge. That's not a bad idea. Let's do it that way. Just going to put some glue here. And we'll close it. And that should give us a good placement for it. I'm just gonna adjust it a little bit, but that should be pretty center. Okay? Don't worry about that. We're gonna put this piece over, so we're not gonna see that. All right? All right, so now the inside is done. What we have to do is decorate the outside. So let's start with our sentiment. Let's stamp our sentiment before I put all the stuff. Let me bring my Knight of Navy again. And I did 3 sympathy cards yesterday, so I'm gonna do this one as a birthday again. There we go. This stamp comes from last month's paper pumpkin, the happy birthday. I'm sure you have plenty. You put whatever sentiment you want or you need. And that will be right there on top. All right, so now, as I said, decorations. So we have this piece. This is a big piece that came in the set. So we're just gonna put it right there, more or less, with glue. Remember, only put glue in these parts inside because the other parts are gonna overlap and may not need to. You can always add a little bit glue later, but you don't want glue in the parts that are gonna touch or outside. So I'm gonna say like around there is the center, more or less. No, this is perfect. See, I don't have any glue in any of the parts that are sticking out. Actually, I want to add a little bit of glue here in this tip. And that's it. And then, where's my rim part? That's another die cut that came in the set in beautiful mossy meadow. And I put this with this. So I glued it here. So let me actually, I can just do this. Because this is gonna go on dimensionals anyway. So let's see how this looks. We can adjust. This looks nice. All right. Maybe a little bit more like that. All right. So now that we have it where we want it, now we're gonna put dimensionals. There we go. And we're gonna put it right in the center, more or less, whatever you want it. I think this is pretty center. And then just to finish, I cut from the matching dies that are good for 3 months of paper pumpkin. Hugs a bloom dies. We have these little leaves here. So I cut one in timid tiger and one in night of navy, and we're gonna put them right there just to decorate a little bit more. All right, that's it. Oh, I didn't put any sequins in this one because I don't like to put sequins or gold sequins when it's a sympathy card, but this one is a birthday card, so we could. So let's do that. All right. Thank you for the hearts. Always makes me happy to see the hearts when I look up from my project. Just putting the, as you see, the glue in the bottom part of my leaves because that's what's going to touch the. So that's it. Let's put some sequins, as we said. Blingy blingy. And it has the gold already, so it kind of goes. I'm going to save this. You can cut labels from here and have like the little gold detail. So good. Here or here? What do you think? Oh, there. One, two. I don't know where to put this one. I don't like them when they're on a line. Maybe here. There. All right. So that's card number 3. Easy. Thank you. I'm glad you like it, Deborah. I really like this design a lot. And it could be a good masculine card for a birthday, like just leaves and some gold. It's nice. All right. So now for the last one. I thought, and I have it more or less started, but as I said, I didn't want to put it together because I wouldn't have another one to make for you, with you. Okay. So I'm missing a piece here. Oh, there it is. Window sheet. Does it give you any ideas? Because it gave me an idea. This is like, to me, looks like, this looks like stained glass, kind of like this outline. So I thought, why don't we make a stained glass window with this? But of course, I only had one left. So what I did is I took this card base, or any one will work. And I cut, I left a frame of 1/2 inch all around. So my opening is 3¼ and this is 1/2 and 1/2, it's a 4¼ okay. And this is 4½, and the 1/2 and 1/2 is a 5½. Okay. Then I cut a piece of white cardstock that is 4 and what is this? 1, 2, 3, 3/8, I think. Yes. And then I folded 1/2 inch. Is this 1/2 inch? I want to make sure. No, it's a 1/4 inch. Is it a 1/4 inch? Okay, let me do it with this. Sometimes, yes, it's actually not. It's 1, 2, 3, 3/8, and this is 4 and 3/8, and then the 3/8 get folded. That's what I did. Okay, so I'm just gonna crease this really well. I'm gonna, how do I do it? This or this other way? I think this way. Okay, this way up. So we're gonna adhere this to here, but first we're gonna adhere window sheet. And the window sheet is sheet, let me pronounce it properly. It's 4 by 5 1/8. If you have it a little bigger, it doesn't matter. It has to cover this hole. Okay. And I'm gonna use turn tape for that. You cannot use, it gets too messy. You can use liquid glue, but it would be see-through and it would be very messy. At least this is straightforward. I think I'm not sitting properly because I have a backache just from hunching over. All right. Right, I do like the idea. Let's see how it works, Joanne, because I did some let's see if I have it here. Yes, I have it here. I wanted to see how it looked with these are the blends. So we're gonna color in between with the blends. So it looks nice enough. I think it will work. We'll see. I don't know if Tiffany will hire me for that after this, but we'll see. We'll see, maybe. Wherever Tiffany airs, if they're still making Tiffany lamps or something, stained glass like that. All right. Now the last piece. I'm trying to go as close to possible as my opening without showing through the opening like I was about to do there. All right. Let's see. Now we'll peel it. I love how easily it peels with the tip of your piercing tool, or take your pick tool with the piercing tip on. It's so easy, especially when you don't have, I cut my nails and I like my nails really short. So, all right, let's see. Where's my window sheet now? Ah, okay. There's a lot of glare. I need to change the position. Yes. All right. All right. So that worked. So now we have the window. That's important. And this is just to go underneath a window, because if you don't put anything, then you'll see all your writing here. And we don't want that. So we're gonna, actually, we can do turn tape for that too, because it's gonna go over the over the stained glass, over the window sheet. And as I said, it's not gonna be a good, liquid glue is not a good adhesive for that. This has the same height, but the width is a little smaller. All right, so that works. It's a little smaller, so you can actually kind of pass it out like easily, like that. Okay. So now, oh, we were supposed to put this on inside. I don't know. We can put it outside, I guess. I think outside looks nice. I think I was gonna put it inside, but it would lose a lot. Well, now it's too late anyway, so we'll do it outside. Let's see how we can glue this the best thing possible without making a mess. Dun dun dun. Let's see this. The ideal thing would be glue dots. Let's try with glue dots. But it has to be better at here than my other one because we're gonna color. Let's see how it works. We're gonna put the glue dots wherever we can fit a glue dot in all these areas like that. And if it's not big enough, we can always manipulate the glue dot, fold it or whatever. Let's see here. You can put another one. And here we're gonna fold one in place. And here we can put another one. And here we need on the bottom. Sorry, you may be off camera. I may be. You are fine. Let's cut this. Where do I put this one? Right here. Oh, look what happened. You got, oh, I cut it. Well, it's fine. It got stuck to my finger. And when I lift it, it cut the little detail. That's fine. All right, let's see. Yeah, it's not ideal, but I think I like it. And we need to adhere this better. So let's see how we do it. I know how we do it. We get a strip of cardstock. And not this one. Piece of cardstock like this. We put glue like that. Not too much. Then you would pass it underneath it. What else does it need? Maybe here. You don't want to put a lot of liquid glue on the window because we don't want it to see from behind. This is pretty disguised, but still looking fine, I think. Maybe here. Certainly there. And here. And maybe here. And here. And here. I think this is pretty stable now. Let's see. I'm going to save this just in case if we need to put a little bit more glue. All right, and now it's coloring time. I want this for reference because I don't have exactly the same colors and blends, but I brought, this is pumpkin pie. Let's see how it looks. I like it. I'm gonna use the brush tip. Actually, it looks like it's stronger if I use the stylus. Yeah, it's darker. So let's use the stylus. Looking nice, don't you think? If you want to go into the creases, then we need to use, thank you, Teresa. We need to use this part of the tip thingy. This has the darker, also orange. There, and I'm gonna go now with the darker one. Just gonna add a little bit more. This is the dark, but I think this side, as I said, it comes darker. I don't know why. I think it's looking nice. Then we have the light pumpkin pie for these ones here. This tip is gone. So that's what I couldn't do this yesterday and show you the result. So we're doing it together. I think I want to put a little bit of adhesive down there. This one that is open and see if still have a little bit on my, just a little bit. Yeah, that's enough. Let's see if this side has also darker qualities. I don't know. I can mix it with my other one. Actually, I'll do the lighter side here. Oh, that looks nice. Kind of like blotchy. And then let's do the purple flowers. I brought, what do I have here? Petunia pop. The petunia pop, I have such a hard time knowing which one is the light or not. I think this is the light. I'm liking how this looks, and it's fun. I'm still with the light. This one I don't want to color too much. And this one I want in darker. But I'm going to start with this. And then I'm going to add the dark one. One more petal at the top. Where is it? Oh, yes. Thank you. Thank you, Teresa. I have such glare here. It's hard to see with the window reflection. Thank you. Good catch. Yes. And this is the dark. Yes, for a little contrast here. And this one I want full dark. I realize I'm going, the blend is blending a little bit these leaves, but I don't mind. Yes, this needs to be glued too. As you go, you can always do what I'm doing. Just use the little strip of paper. Just glue it a little bit, not put like a blob of, where was it? Right here. And that's enough to keep it down. All right, continue with the flowers. I didn't bring anything green for that. brown like this one has, but I have different. Look how nice this goes on, right? And the beauty of it is that the stained glass was also not all the same color all the time. It has variations in color. So I'm just gonna go for the lighter one for this one. Oh, that's our frame. I went over the frame. Oh, tough luck. And I'm gonna do the light ones here as well. I'm gonna glue this part as well because I see it lifting and I don't like it. All right, so while I'm coloring, Linda, you're so nice. Thank you. While I'm coloring, I'm gonna do the raffle. And because I don't have any trivia questions to ask you, I'm gonna think of a number. I'm gonna write it down off camera. And you guys can guess a number from 1 to what? 25. Let's do 1 to 25. You can start guessing. First one I see popping up on my screen will get a little something from me. This is a leaf as well. It's good to have the sample here because otherwise you get lost with what's the negative space and what's not. Should I? 22, 22. No, it's not 22. Just a little accents here and there. And here, this one is very light. All right. So, and I think we need this rose and that's it. And I don't have this color. I think it was, actually do have it. It's Pretty Peacock, but oh, did I see? No, no, haven't seen it yet. I have to go back up for a second in case I miss somebody saying it. No, 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 not 21, not 10, not 21, not 18, not 17, not 9. So I'm gonna use for these ones. Oh, this is Night of Navy. I thought this. Forget about it. I just wanted the seaside. Yeah. So nobody has said it yet. But this is too light. There's no coloring. Gonna have to get something else. Nobody said it yet. Light seaside. Need to glue that part. Oh, what a shame. Because I think this is gonna be too dark. Let's try it in my little sample thingy. Where's my little sample thingy? Here. May work. Let's try it. 16. No, 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 no. 5. No. 25. 24. No. I'm just going back up to see if I missed it, but no, I haven't. You guys haven't guessed it yet. It's only till 23. Yeah, Deborah, 23. I was going to tell you, Deborah, it's only till 25. So, yeah, 26 and 27 were out of bounds. But you got it anyway. 23. I think Deborah was the first one who said it. I haven't seen anybody else saying it. So, Deborah, congratulations. You'll get a little something from me. Yay. I'm just, I didn't want to go full dark on these roses, but I think these have more or less the gist, right? So what do you guys think? You like it? The stained glass thing? You're welcome, Deborah. So that was the idea I had for the card. I don't know if for inside we can always put like a leaf or something. I don't want to put anything underneath here. I like this kind of, if we put something, it will detract from the stained glass technique, I think. And the only thing I would do is maybe put the leaves here, and I'm gonna put them. Do I have mossy meadow? Well done. Night of navy is it? It is. Thank you. I'm glad you like it. I think it came out nice. And we're gonna do that. The double. Artistically inked. That's the style of stamp. I now remember. Artistically inked. This is the kind of style that this stamp is, that has the detail and the texture. All right, so this is all I have for you guys. 4 variations with this month's paper pumpkin. There's the stained glass window, the easel card, then we have this other fan fold, and then we have the first one with the pinks. So, does it wipe up on your hands? No, actually, that's what I tested it yesterday. If you let it dry, you have to let it dry. Uh, Ginger is asking if it drops on your hands. No, look. This is like when you're testing one of the lipsticks and the women go and put their hands on the lipstick to prove that it's not. That's the thing, It once it dries, it's fine. That's what I was testing it yesterday. I don't see my tester here. See, that's I just did that and full clean. And it's on the right in this side. You see? So it does stay. I have not used them before on Windows Sheet either. This is my first time, but I'm liking it. It's kind of cool, especially if you have this kind of die cut. And we have some of them. So I'm thinking that I may play with this because I've enjoyed it. All right, and I said I would show you the cards from yesterday for those of you who were not part of Creativity Now. I cannot show you the box because I was saying I gave it to a friend, but this one was the first one. Let me take it from the envelope. It's cute. It's simple. It's not my style. I never put the cardstock with no other thing, I always do some more layering. But it's okay. I understand not everybody's like that. Some clients and customers may like the simplicity of it. And I think it works very well for a sympathy card. So I like that one. And then this was the other one. I like the secret pocket. This one has a secret pocket. I don't like, this is too simple for me, the design. For me. Here's the secret pocket. At first, I don't remember if they put this in dimensionals or not. I put in dimensionals and my my tag was falling all the time. So I finally took the dimensionals out and glued it directly. So it was a little bit tighter in the pocket so the tag wouldn't fall off. And then that was my favorite one. We have this one with a matching envelope. This is a matching envelope. Beautiful paper, isn't it? And this is the card. I love the sentiments. I did not get the whole suite. I got the suite has two sets of stamp, one with sentiments only, and the other one with images of doves and everything. But the dots are a little bit art folky, and I didn't like them so much. I like the die cuts a lot. So this opens like that, and that's your card here. There's a little fussiness there. All right. So yeah, I enjoyed it. And then one British demonstrator, I believe, did this other card that I love with that enclosure thingy. And I had to do it before I forgot that I wanted to do it. So this opens like that. And I don't know why this is curling up. Maybe I should put some glue in it. I think it's... I don't know. Anyway, I'll fix it. So that's how it goes. It kind of closes like that. And then it's an inspired card by that because she didn't put the stars and she didn't put the leaf there, the branch for the... But anyway, basically is what she did. But you can do this with any designer series paper and any label. I think these labels are really, really nice. And they come in two sizes so you can do the layering. It bugs me that it's curling. I don't know why. It wasn't curling yesterday. So I don't know. I'm going to try to fix it. Anyway, so that's what we did and then the box that I already used. I have a picture, so I'll post it. I don't know what this is curling. Why? I don't know if it's the bottom layer or is it this layer. I think it's the layer of the paper. Because this has paper and cardstock underneath. So, because you cut it from this part. I think I fixed it. Yay. All right. So I gave you a preview of the beautiful Peaceful Garden, I think it's called, the suite. And you'll see me in Christmas in July using it. This will be available for demonstrators to pre-order in August. And the stars die cuts, yes, every one piece. Let me show you. Since I'm here and you're asking and you're curious about it, let me show you the stuff. Okay. And the paper. All right. So the only thing I did not get in the pre-order, well, I didn't get the scrapbooking part, but this is the stamp set. And I already have my, oh, this fell. My dies inside. That's how I store them. I'm going to transfer this to a magnetic sheet so I don't have to deal with this. But look, it has the two doves, and then it has this die that cuts two little envelopes. So I'm thinking for Harry Potter fans, that set with the winter owls that I use at Hedwig, they're going to be carrying letters from Hogwarts very soon. And this is a die that cuts the three stars. Isn't it cute? The stars are so cute. And then, of course, this comes with glitter paper in cloud cover. I don't know what blue this is, and Secret Sea. They just say, actually, it says blue, dark gray, and soft green. But honestly, I think they're mistaken. Everybody calls this cloud cover, and it goes with cloud cover. And this is Secret Sea. And the other blue, I don't know what that blue is. It could be any of our blues, but it's a nice blue. Anyway, so then you have the embossing folder. It's not a hybrid embossing folder, but this big label matches this side here. And it's a gorgeous, gorgeous piece, I think. And very versatile. And it's a 3D, so some of these leaves are more raised than others. So, and very nice. And then as you can see here how these leaves are like really raised and these are like less raised. Can you see? Anyway. And then, yeah, this cuts the 3 stars all together. So, and it comes with 2 branches. And then we also have the beautiful paper. Love the colors. And it has doves here. I'm gonna go to town with this for Christmas. But it has some flower ones too that you can use for birthdays. I used this for the box yesterday. That was part of the idea, and it was a birthday box. So, and then in the back is the one that I used for the other card with the stars. Very nice. Love these. As I said, they can be Christmassy or not. They can be year round. Some kind of distressed winter texture here. This is the one I just showed you. This is the one I just showed you. The more doves. And look at this one. Isn't it nice? It's a beautiful paper. And the leaves and more doves. Looks. Some of them have the olive branch and some of them don't. But very nice. I love these. And that's already showed. And they're out of order. In the back, it's like kind of a. I think this was crumb cake. All right. And the last thing, there's a ribbon that it's this ribbon. Very nice. Silver metallic makes really nice bows. And then they have these embellishments that this star or flower embellishments. Hues of blue flowers, they call it. But honestly, they look like stars too. So it depends on how you use them, right? So that's all I have to show you. My show and tell is done. My pleasure. Anyway, so I hope you enjoy the alternatives. Thank you for staying up on a Sunday night. And I'll see you guys next week. Have a lovely, lovely week. Bye. Stay cool.